Hello, welcome to food.log episode 39, I'm pretty sure. You want to guess what's inside this mysterious bag? Well, we'll find out. Ta-da! It's bones! Look, I have a friend visiting me tomorrow, and I would like to make him some approximation of the Japanese ramen with the bone soup. So today we're going to attempt to make the bone soup over the period of today, and hopefully it'll be ready by tomorrow. And the bone soup, essentially what you're looking for is you want a very white soup with a lot of boneness in it. Does it even make sense? You boil the bone so much until the boneness come out of the bone, and then the soup becomes boned with a bunch of... Anyway, so it's 3 stages, which I think is very important because usually you do not think it's something you can make at home, but it actually is. So what we do is a 3-step process. First of all, we want to boil the bone and make what I call a inferior soup. What the inferior soup is essentially a bone soup, but cooked over high heat over shorter amount of time. So we'll have a lot of blood and random non-bone things in it. And what you can do with inferior soup is you can, still make some soup dish out of it, but the main purpose of using the inferior soup is it cleanse the bone of the non-boneless things. So then when you cook the cleaned bone, it become a pure white bone soup. Does that all make sense? So it's very easy. Pour water inside. And I guess you can wash the bone for a bit. The whole point of cooking the first batch of the inferior soup is that you can still use that soup for something. You can still, for example, use it as a soup base for a hot pot. That's definitely okay. But most of it you discard until you can use the bone, recycle them for something better. So simply add a bunch of salt and that's it. We're going to boil them on high, and we'll check back in an hour. Alright, let's look at the making of the inferior soup. This is the unusable version of the inferior soup. And if you look closely, you can see many scums and blood and whatnot that you don't need. So we can... feels a little bit of a pity to throw it away because it probably tastes fairly good. And you can definitely use it for some sort of weak stock, but it's not quite what we're after. So just away with it. So you might be wondering, gee, after throwing all this away, do we still have enough boneness inside the bone to do what we wanted to do? And the answer is yes. There is so much boneness in these big bones that you can essentially afford to throw most of them away and still be reasonably good. So let's see what we do. We want to cook them in this slow cooker, so why don't we put this on the side? And we'll give them a additional wash to make sure all the bloody things go away. The idea we're trying to explore here is we want to get rid of the blood, because the blood makes the soup dark, and we want a nice pearly white milky soup, right? So to kind of just get rid of the blood part, so the rest can be see all the dark particles. You want to remove those. So just be patient. We don't have too many bones to work through. So this step is fairly crucial. If you don't do it, then it's going to be not as polished of a product that you'd wish to have. So, yeah, just get your hand in there. Can you see? Yeah. We don't have too many bone. I guess I can answer a question. Where do I get this bone? Well, I'll get this bone at the Chinese grocery store. I do not know if American sell bone, plain bone as it is. Maybe they do, or maybe if you go to a butcher shop, but the best bet is to go to an Asian market and see if they can do it, because the bone actually come in a whole bone. Let me show. See, the bone actually come in this form, and they can saw it for you, so it makes it very nice to cook because they do some processing for you. And I found this stick bone is fairly good. There's also other bones such as shoulder bone and so on and so forth, but for this I think these sticky bone, which I think is the leg bone of the pork, is good. So let's try to rearrange them so they sit evenly. Let's see, get them here, this way, here, and this one. We can go this way. Okay. And now we just put some more water. We want enough to cover them. This looks good. And salt again. Can be fairly salty. This broth is going to be pretty condensed. Okay? And we'll put them in the slow cooker. I'll show you in a minute. Take a look. So this is a slow cooker. We'll set it to high. High here actually is a simmer, so we'll let it sit for until tomorrow when we're ready to cook dinner, so 12 hours or if not more. You could do it over oven as well, but you need to be very careful to not let it burn. Okay, see you tomorrow. Take a look at this majestic giraffe I built out of foam and some strings and two very strange looking eyes, and has 3 legs. Isn't it nice? It has a good view. Look. I'm really sorry this video is late. I was hammered by a lot of work, but let's get back. Hi guys. Alright. Step 2, look. Slow cooker. Ta-da! So this is the second step where we are trying to get the boneness out of the bones. So the third stage will boil it very hard so all the boneness come out. So we'll put them back into the normal pot. Do you guys do mathematics? It's a very mathematical operation. You do something, you change bases to a different place, you do something and you change it back. So now we put everything in this pot again. Right, so you can look at the soup, it's actually fairly clear. So in China, we can make this soup in the clear version and put a bunch of herbs in it, like ginseng or something, and it will be a good soup. But what we're after today is a white soup, so we're going to boil this over high. Let's see, I'll give you the other view. Right, then we just put more water inside. Man, this whole thing looks very gelatinous. I think it'll be a good soup. Look how much bubbles in it. That's because I put detergent. No, I have not put detergent inside. So we'll put this on high and we'll check back in 40 minutes or so. Okay, see you. Right, look, the soup. Look how white it is. So the bone is coming out of the soup. See? Completely opaque almost. So as far as the soup is done, and we can use it to make some approximation of ramen. I wouldn't call it ramen. Yeah, that's it for this video.